Welcome and welcome back, OHMies. I'm Lyric, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. We're about to dive into a warm, feel-good flow that's all about creating space and love in our hips. The hips can hold a lot of tension, emotions, and even stress from our daily lives. They're the center for so much movement and also where we store a lot of energy. So today, we'll be moving with intention, allowing ourselves to soften, to open up, and to release what no longer serves us. Let's start on all fours with your hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, and move into your cow. Exhale, press into your palms, round your spine, and draw your chin toward your chest for your cat pose. Move between these two poses with your breath, warming up the spine and beginning to create some space. When you've had enough, returning back to your neutral spine. Lift and kickstand out the left foot so that the left foot is parallel to the long edge of your mat. On your inhale, right fingertips rise, and exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, allowing the right shoulder and right ear to drop down, maybe extending the left fingertips overhead past the front edge of your mat. Maybe inviting a bind by wrapping that left arm around and behind your back, reaching for the front of the left hip. To release, draw the left hand back underneath you and use it to inhale right fingertips high and exhale lower down. Taking the same thing on the opposite side, kickstand out the right foot. This time, left fingertips rise and exhale, thread the left shoulder and left ear down. Take the variation of your choice with the right arm. Release by grounding back down into the right hand and returning back to your neutral position. Then lift and extend the left leg long behind you at a diagonal, coming into a sleeping pigeon. Release and step the foot forward for your low lizard, and exhale back into your sleeping pigeon. Continue this movement at your own pace, with every inhale drawing forward into your lizard, and exhale returning back to your sleeping pigeon. When you're ready, returning back to a neutral position and taking the same thing on the opposite side. Right foot steps forward and right leg crosses back for your sleeping pigeon. Continue to lengthen through the side body, extending the fingertips ahead. When it feels good for you, return back to a neutral spine. From tabletop, bird dog. Left heel shoots back, right fingertips shoot forward. Reach that left leg behind you diagonally, and the right hand reaches towards the outer left edge of your mat. Allow the head to lower, keeping the right shin parallel to the long edge of your mat. To release, pass through tabletop and take the same thing on the opposite side. This time, right heel kicks back, left fingertips extend forward, and then stretch them diagonally across the mat. Lengthen, creating one straight line of energy between the fingertips and the toes. Breathe here. When you're ready to release, returning back to your tabletop. Ground down into the hands and step the left foot back so that you come up high on the left toes. Tuck the right knee into your chest for 3, for 2, for 1, and then shoot the right heel up and back, entering into your three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, entering into your high lizard. On your inhale, right fingertips rise for an easy twist. Heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat, and torso begins to rise into your twisted crescent. Exalted crescent, right fingertips reach down, left fingertips extend high, then return to your crescent twist. Big transition here as you windmill the arms so that they sweep open into your warrior two, maybe checking on those back toes to make sure you have heel to arch alignment between the right and the left foot. High Skandasana to the back of your mat. Right toes lift, bend into the left knee, and to release, exhale the palms down, walk them centered in between the feet, and then fold into your forward fold. Hands can rest underneath shoulders, underneath hips, or extend the fingertips to the back wall. Inhale into a halfway lift, flat back, gaze forward, and then exhale back down into your forward fold. To release, halfway lift and heel toe the feet slightly in, extend the fingertips wide overhead, opening up into your star pose. Windmill the hands to frame out your right foot for your runner's lunge, then step the right foot back to meet the left. You can take a flow here by lowering down halfway, flipping onto the tops of your feet and giving an upward dog, then send the hips up and back for your downward dog. From downward dog, lower back onto the knees, and we'll take the same thing on the opposite side. This time, right foot steps back, draw the knee up for 3, for 2, for 1, then shoot the left heel up and back for your three-legged dog. Step the left foot on the outside of the left hand, and then inhale, open up into your easy twist with your left fingertips extended high towards the ceiling. Heel toe the left foot to center, rise into your twisted crescent, and then exalt your crescent with the right fingertips high. Return back to your twisted crescent, and then windmill the arms into warrior two on the right side. Left heel to right arch alignment. High Skandasana to the back of your mat, lifting through the left toes. Plant the hands, forward fold down into your wide-legged fold, resting the hands under your shoulders or extending the fingertips back towards the wall behind you. Inhale into your halfway lift, and then exhale, leading with the heart back down into your forward fold. On your next inhale, releasing everything as you open up into your star pose. And then windmilling the hands down to frame out the front foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And then you can take your back bend here or meet us in your downward dog. Lower down onto the knees, bring the big toes into touch, take the knees out to the width of the mat and send your hips back into your child's pose. Take a moment here to return to your intention as you reset for the second part of our flow. Remember to breathe. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Continue to hold that heat in the center body. Give yourself grace as we enter into the second half of this practice and allow yourself to move with your body. Release all judgment and all criticism that you may have, and just observe how your body moves throughout this practice, taking what you need and leaving what you don't. When you're ready to release, re-entering into your downward dog, however you choose to get there. When it feels good, right heel lifts for three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your right knee into your nose, and inhale, kick the right heel back. Exhale, draw right knee to right tricep, and inhale, kick it back. One more exhale, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, and inhale as you open up into your easy twist. Right fingertips extend up. Heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat. Lift the torso through your twisted crescent, and then exalt this crescent with left fingertips high. Returning back to your twisted crescent, big transition as you windmill the arms open to warrior two on the left side, checking for that heel to arch alignment. High Skandasana to the back of the mat as left knee bends and right toes lift. Plant the hands and walk them to center as you slightly point your toes inward. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and step the right foot in towards the left about 1 foot. Begin to pivot on your heels as you walk your hands around and behind your left foot, entering into a wide cross-legged fold. Welcome a gentle bend in the knees to take a little bit of tension off of your hips. When you're ready to release, unravel by untwisting back into your straight forward fold, and inhale, expand out into your star pose, releasing everything. Windmill the hands down to frame out the right foot, step the right foot back to meet the left, and then feel free to take your flow here. Meeting in downward dog. Maybe take a moment here to pedal out the feet as we prepare for the same thing on the opposite side. Three-legged dog, left heel lifts, and exhale, draw the knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Left foot steps on the outside of the left hand. Ground down into the right hand and left fingertips rise. Heel toe the left foot to center of the mat and rise into your twisted crescent. Exalt your crescent as the right fingertips rise and release back down into your twisted crescent. Big transition as you windmill open into warrior two on the right side, checking for heel to arch alignment. High Skandasana to the back of the mat. And when you're ready to release, lower the hands down, entering into your wide-legged fold. Slightly point the toes inward. Step that left foot in towards the right about 1 foot, and then walk the hands around and behind the right foot. So now you're folding over the left edge of your mat. Maybe gently bending in the knees to release some tension. Inhale into a halfway lift and exhale into a forward fold. To release, unravel, crawling the fingertips back to your center body, and release everything into your star pose as you press the hips forward. Windmill the hands to frame out the left foot into your runner's lunge. Step the left foot back to meet the right, and you can take a flow through a back bend or meet us in your downward dog. Releasing knees back down, make your way onto your belly, taking your legs behind you. Release your chest down. Maybe planting palms on top of each other and using your hands as a pillow for your forehead. Extend the arms out into a T. Bend in the right knee and lift the right heel up towards the ceiling as you begin to roll over onto the left hip. If it feels good in your body, touch down the right foot behind you and open up the right knee towards the ceiling. For an extra shoulder release, reach that right hand behind you to grab onto the left elbow. When you're ready to release, unravel back down to your belly. Same thing on opposite side. Left knee bends, left foot raises and roll over onto the right hip. Extend the knee high, and maybe left hand reaches back for the right elbow. Unravel and release back down to your belly. However you choose to get there, begin to make your way onto your back. As you rest down, step your feet in towards your hips, step them out to the width of the mat, and then draw the knees to touch. Release by heel-toeing the feet together and then drawing the knees into your center body. Supine twist. Extend the arms out into a T and lower the knees down to the right side body, gazing past the left fingertips. When you're ready to release, draw the knees back to your center and lower the knees to your left side body, gazing past your right fingertips. Draw the knees back to your center body. Begin to squeeze yourself into a tight ball, tensing up every muscle, and then release arms and legs down to the mat as we enter into our final pose of our practice, Shavasana. Release through the feet, through the legs, the hips. Belly rises and falls with every breath. Chest rises and falls with every breath. Release shoulders, the corners of your mouth, the space between your eyebrows. Allow yourself to fully release and surrender to gravity. When you're ready to release, maybe inviting in a little bit of movement, wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, maybe giving yourself a big squeeze with the arms, or maybe even stretching out for a good morning stretch as fingertips extend overhead, toes squeeze down towards the floor underneath you. Knees draw into chest and begin to rock and roll north and south on your mat, releasing your back. When it feels good for you, returning back into a comfortable seated position, giving yourself one more moment of gratitude and a moment to settle with your intention for this practice. It's been an honor flowing with you, and I look forward to practicing with you again. Until the next video, go in peace.